Good morning, everyone.
Mornings.
All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning, welcome. Welcome to our Cybersecurity Awareness Training session. This is our fifth one for the year. We have still 3 more left. Welcome, welcome, everyone. My name is Grace Kashivena, and I'm going to be your presenter for today's session. All right. So I was just admitting people. I'm going to give it one more minute to admit more people, and then we can get started. One more minute. All right. I think we can get started. Thank you, everybody, for joining today's session. Like I said earlier, for those that are just joining now, my name is Grace, and I'll be doing today's presentation. Today, we'll be looking at session 5, which is Introduction to Forms, Types, and Phishing Attacks. We'll also do a recap of last week's session, or the week before. Was it last week? Yes, last week's session. No, the week before, because last week was a public holiday. So we'll look at a recap of that session. And today we'll look at local phishing attacks, what is phishing, the types of phishing, and also how to build zero trust. All right, so the purpose of our cybersecurity awareness session is it's let me say, the National Cybersecurity Strategy and Awareness Raising Plan was created by the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology to help safeguard the citizens' privacy and educate and create awareness to safeguard the national critical information infrastructure, as well as ensure collaboration on cybersecurity to continuously improve the safety of vulnerable groups in the cyberspace. That's the reason why the Cybersecurity Awareness Raising Plan was created, and also South Essential IT signed an MOU with the ministry to be conducting these trainings to every Namibian citizen. All right. So a recap of last week's session, or the week before, we spoke about how to build immunity to cyber threats and attacks. We spoke about we advised that you should read the terms and conditions before you click or agree on anything. We spoke about being aware, be aware of USBs, especially if you plug it into a public device or a printing shop. You don't know what viruses you're picking up and what viruses you will bring to your work device, and how that may compromise not only you but the company network as well. Also, during that we spoke about during that session we spoke about how it's advisable to log out of browsers or apps when done using public devices and close the browser window. Also, enabling MFA on all your apps helps create that extra layer of security on your accounts. Also, lastly, we spoke about how to stay safe online or on social media by controlling who sees your post. Adjust your settings to ensure only your friends or specific people can see your post. limit personal information exposure, hide sensitive details like your phone number, your email, and birth date when you're on these platforms. Lastly, review your past posts and tags, remove unwanted text, and restrict past posts from being publicly visible. So basically, that's what we spoke about in the other session or the last session that we did. So what we like to say here is that you are the last line of defense. The work lies with you to create longer and stronger passwords. The work lies with you not to share your personal information. You, at the end of the day, the responsibility lies with you to make sure that you are, are protecting yourself by all means, making sure that you are well equipped with as much as information as possible when it comes to being online. All right, local phishing instances. Here you see a suspected hacker who was arrested in Oranjemund on pertaining to cyber fraud amounting to 720,000 Namibian dollars. The suspect here is Ricardo Nesta, who was a former police officer at Roshpina. So allegedly, he hacked the emails of a Walvis Bay businessman and replaced the information in the victim's bank account with his own, according to the Erongo Crime Investigation Coordinator. Subsequently, he managed to transfer the 720,000 into his own account, which he then withdrew and transferred to a financial institution in South Africa. So luckily, he was arrested and found in Oranjemund while he was trying to flee the country. So, and according to a report made by New Era, cybersecurity issues are rising in Namibia. Namibia is actually the most targeted when it comes to phishing attacks. Namibia is in the top 3 countries exposed to cyber crimes. So, according to the report, in 2022, Namibia faced a 40% increase in reported cyber attacks. This was observed by Kamal Tour, acting head of cybercrime programs in Africa for the United Nations. Also, speaking at the Digital Government Africa Summit in Zambia in 2023, the ED, Mr. Audrian Mathen, noted that Namibia recorded 2.7 million cyber attacks in 2022 alone, which is a big number for a country with such a small population. So the phishing attacks are here, they're happening in Namibia. We're not immune to it. Just be aware of what's out there and how you can protect yourself and your family. So, what is phishing? Phishing is the fraudulent practice of sending emails purporting to be from a reputable company in order to induce individuals to reveal personal information such as password and credit card numbers. Basically, that's what phishing is. But now I'll play a video just going in a broader explanation of what is phishing. Bear with me as I share the video.
The term phishing describes a wide range of tactics cyber attackers use to trick you into doing or providing something they want. These may include entering your login information to a fake banking website, opening an unsafe email attachment, clicking an unsafe link, and transferring money into an overseas bank account. So how does phishing work? There are many types of phishing and countless ploys attackers use to catch new victims. But all phishing attacks have something in common. They exploit human nature rather than technology. Many phishing emails trigger your emotions by telling you something is wrong or that bad things will happen if you don't respond. Phishing emails often want you to act with urgency, and most phishing emails try to build trust, often by impersonating a brand or person you know. The from field or email domain may seem legitimate. In 2017, the average cost of a phishing attack for a mid-sized company was $1.6 million. The total cost of this kind of global cybercrime exceeded $600 billion. Phishing clearly works. How can you prevent it? Employee security awareness and training are key parts of a solid phishing defense. You also need a cybersecurity solution that focuses on threats that target people. To learn more about how you can build a defense against phishing, visit proofpoint.com.
All right, so basically that is what phishing is about. Attackers send fraudulent emails, messages, or links that appear to be from a legitimate organization. They come pretending to be either from the bank or social media platforms like Facebook or employers. These messages often create a sense of urgency. They trigger your emotions, or they build trust by impersonation. So by exploiting your emotions, attacks are designed to trigger emotional responses, making victims act without thinking critically. Some common emotional triggers include fear and anxiety. For example, they will say your bank account has been compromised, act now or prevent unauthorized access. Or it also creates curiosity. See who viewed your profile, or you have received a confidential document, and because you're curious, you click on that link. And also it creates excitement and greed, coming in a form of congratulations, you have won a free iPhone, or click to claim a prize. And also lastly, your emotions, it exploits your emotions by sympathy or compassion. For example, help victims of a disaster by donating here with a fake charity link, and you click on it, not knowing where it will take you. So by evoking strong emotions, attackers bypass logical thinking and push victims to react impulsively. By creating a sense of urgency, phishing messages often create a false sense of time pressure, forcing the recipient to act quickly before verifying authenticity. So, for example, limited time offers. Your account will be permanently locked in 24 hours if you do not verify your credentials. That's like a sense of urgency created. Or, for example, fake security alerts. We detected suspicious login attempts, research your password immediately. Or fake work-related requests. For example, please review this urgent document before our meeting in 10 minutes. So when people feel rushed, they are less likely to scrutinize details, making them more susceptible to scams. So cyber criminals are human beings just like you. They know what triggers human beings' emotions and all of these things. So this is why they use these tactics to get to victims. Also, lastly, building trust through impersonation. Phishers often pretend to be from a trusted individual organization to make their messages seem legit. For example, email spoofing, using a fake sender address to look like a bank or government or agency or employer. Brand imitation, designing emails that look identical to those from Microsoft, PayPal, Amazon, or etc. And then they also come with fake executive requests, like for example, from your CEO. Hey employee, I need you to process this urgent payment for a client. Let me know once done. Or compromised accounts. Attackers use hacked email accounts to send phishing messages to coworkers or contacts. Since people trust familiar brands and individuals, they're more likely to follow instructions without questioning authenticity. So it is important to remain calm during such instances. Remain calm, scrutinize, make sure that you ask the right questions before you act or before you click on any link. All right. Also, check email addresses carefully. Attackers use lookalike domains. Hover over links before clicking. Hover over links to check if they lead to a legitimate website. Be skeptical of urgency. If a message pressures you to act fast, take a step back and verify. Don't be greedy. Don't be curious. Enable MFA. Even if credentials are stolen, MFA adds an extra layer of security. And lastly, report suspicious messages. Most email providers have phishing reporting tools to help prevent further attacks. All right, so what are the types of phishing attacks that are out there? What are the types of phishing attacks that are out there? We have what we call spear phishing. This is an email. Um, this is an email targeting specific team, department, or individual. We have also what we call clone phishing. This is cloning previous email, like we just spoke about now, cloning previous email you have received from a legitimate company. So they clone that company that you were probably communicating with on a daily basis, for example. And then we have what we call whaling. This is email attacking executives, department heads, or managers. And then we have what we call voice phishing, voicemail message instructing you to browse to a malicious web link. And then lastly, we have what we call SMS phishing, phishing scam using SMS or text messages rather than email. So basically, those are the different types of phishing that are out there. All right, so phishing, what you need to know is that scammers are after your passwords, your personal information, your identity, but overall after your money. So why do people fall for the scams? Like we said, it's urgency, it's a desire to please, or it's greed, or it's curiosity, or complacency, or fear. So the probability that a phishing message succeeds, watch out for spelling and grammar errors, sender address, things that sound too good to be true. Beware of unsolicited messages, attachments, links, or login pages. If you see something, say something rather than clicking on it. Stop and think before clicking any links or attachments. If things look fishy, verify with the sender through a different medium. When in doubt, throw it out. You are the last line of defense. So building zero trust, oh, never trust, always verify. Always verify, never just trust anybody. So basically today we had a very short session, but now we'll be looking at a team activity. The one you see here says, if you get a phone call from the bank's number and the person tells you your account has been compromised and they need to help you reset your password, what type, an example of which kind of phishing is this? What type of phishing is this? Anybody in the chats or by a raise of hand? What type of phishing is this? You get a phone call from the bank's number and the person tells you your account has been compromised and they need to help you reset your password. Anybody? You're welcome to write in the chats if you don't want to speak. What type of phishing is this? First of all, it's a phone call. So what type of phishing is this? Nobody wants to participate. Okay, so this is a voice phishing, which is a social engineering attack where scammers use phone calls, voicemails, or voice messages to trick individuals into revealing sensitive information such as passwords, banking details, or personal information. As you can see here, he's telling the victim that your account has been compromised and they need to help reset your password. So that is an example of phone phishing. So just the takeaway also from this activity is that never share your personal information over the phone. No bank employee or government agency or anybody for that matter will ask you for your PIN or your personal information. Verify the caller. Tell them I'll call you back. If you feel like it's a bit suspicious, tell them I'll call you back. Hang up and call them back using the official number from their website or bank statement. Be wary of the caller ID spoofing. Attackers can fake phone numbers to appear legitimate. Also, ask questions. Scammers often struggle when asked for specific details. What's my account number, for example? Ask questions. Make sure that you ask a lot of questions. Then the attacker can get irritated and either hang up or not continue with his attack. Report suspicious calls. Notify your bank, employer, or relevant authority if you suspect a phishing attempt. All right, in this next activity, what example of phishing is this? Is there anybody on this call? Am I alone on this call? What example of phishing is this that you see on your screen?
Okay. Yeah, is the SMS? Is the SMS phishing?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
It's an SMS phishing, which is called smishing. This is a type of cyber attack where scammers send fraudulent text messages. As you can see here, it's having the company logo of Food Lovers Market, but then when you hover your mouse or when you see the link, it's not saying anything with Food Lovers Market. So that is a smishing, which is SMS phishing. Their goal is to trick victims into clicking malicious links revealing personal information, or it might take you to a place where you have to log in using your credentials. There is a hand up from Uhuru.
Oh no, it was just my answer. I just placed it before I say the SMS phishing. Okay.
All
Okay,
right,
so thank you.
thank you. So, how do you protect yourself from smishing, which is SMS phishing? Do not click on suspicious links. Always visit official websites manually instead of clicking links in text. Verify before taking action. Call your bank or service provider directly if you receive a suspicious message. Check for red flags. Look for spelling mistakes, generic greetings, and urgent language. Act now. Also, enable two-factor authentication, which adds an extra layer of security to your accounts. Report smishing attempts. Forward scam messages to your bank or telecom provider. Use spam filters and blocking apps. Apps like Truecaller helps detect and block fraudulent text messages or even phone calls. So basically, everyone, that is the end of our session for today. We spoke about phishing, the types of phishing, and how to build zero trust. So we can use also this platform for any questions that you might have. But now what you see on your screen is as an iSecure bot that was created by MICT in collaboration with SALT. It offers an interaction platform for parents, children, and businesses to question, to ask questions or receive information, guidance, links to training, and information of videos and so much more. So you're welcome to take down that number, which is 085 173 and you can send it a message. Maybe you have been hacked. You can say, I've been hacked. What do I do next? It will respond immediately and it will help you or give you a guidance on what to do next. Are there any questions? Any comments?
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
All right. So at the end of each session, we do have a test that we sent, or we send with the recording of the session. So please take part in the test. It's for just to also check your own knowledge, and also there's a section there at the end that asks if you want us to come maybe do an assessment on your environment. If you want Sal to contact you, you can fill in that section at the end. So there, what you see on your screen is the QR code to the test. I'll also share the link to the test in the chat. For those of you that can't scan the QR code, there is a link in the chat. All right, so if there's no questions, no comments, I think we can call it a day. Have a great Friday, everyone. Thank you for joining. I hope the session was informative. Bye-bye, everyone.